morning, folks. We are on the route to pick up a snowmobile yet again. It's early in the morning. It's 5:49. We just left the house. I got the trailer on. I sold my snowmobile the other day, and now I'm buying another one. And I'm forking out a little bit too much more cash than I would like, but that's okay. The snowmobile checks out, and sometimes you have to pay to play. So anyway, I think I said in my Mercedes-Benz first impressions video that I wasn't probably going to be taking any more big long trips with this truck this winter, but I'm wrong. I am currently heading over to the Green Bay area to pick this snowmobile up. It's about a 3-hour drive from where I'm at, and 200 miles. So we'll add another 400 on the clock today. I think when I drove this, when I first started driving it, when I had to put the car away, it had about 57,000 miles on it. Now I'm up to 61. I'll be about 61.5 by the time of the day, by the time I am done driving for the day. So I just actually want to make this video while I'm just starting out, while I'm just finishing the drive, about the dependability of the Ram. So I've done a lot of major trips with this truck, like I'm talking about 3+ hours basically, one way there, one way back. Some call it major, some don't. I call it major because not a lot of people do these drives. So anyway, this is to Green Bay and back. I just, over Christmas, about 3 weeks ago, I did that 3-hour trip to the Mercedes, 3-hour trip back with the truck as well. So, I did that. I did something else. Up to Duluth and back. That's a trek. I believe I did one other trip here this winter, and I can't remember. But, during the summer, I only put on about 1,000 miles on this truck. I just don't use it. It sits in my shop, and I don't have any need for it. So the only time I use it in the summertime, basically, and granted, it is a great looking truck, I want it to be seen, but the only time I use it in the summer is to pick up equipment, drop off equipment, just stuff like that at my dealers that I work with for the golf course. That's about the only time I use it. So, and occasionally if I have to tow my boat or anything like that, I'll use it as well. So any type of towing, I'll use the truck for that. So I only put on about 1,000 miles here in the summertime, not a ton, but in the wintertime I rack it up a lot, from basically November till whenever the snow flies, I put away the car, and then whenever the snow stops, I take out the car. So from November basically up until April, I'll take the car out right around April. So that's November, December, January, February, March. So about 5 full months. So it's about a 7 to 5 split between the car and the truck. But I put on, in that 5 months, as many, if not more, miles on this truck than I do with the car. So while I'm still keeping it under 10,000 miles a year on the truck, it's more like 7-ish, somewhere around there. I do a lot more driving here in the winter time. So that's why I'm just making this review. 61,000 miles. The truck hasn't left me stranded any place. I haven't had any issues with it per se. It's been pretty trustworthy on these longer trips. I don't beat on any of my stuff. I make sure the maintenance is done on everything, and that's key to keeping your equipment or your vehicles or your toys. That's key to keeping everything running well, basically. So I do that. I do the normal normal maintenance on this truck, and I seem to have no problems with it. I did explain some of the problems I had with the truck here in my last video I did about it. Some with the air suspension, but overall with the drivetrain, powertrain, no issues at all. So, and I don't expect to have any issues. I had 2 Ram trucks before this, and both had right around 90,000 miles when I got rid of them. So I don't, sliding a little bit, I don't expect to have any issues. And thus, I feel like keeping this truck for quite a long time. I've got some friends who have, 160,000 on their Hemi, and another one at 130 before they got rid of it and upgraded. So I don't plan on getting rid of this truck anytime soon. But I tell you what, we are going to watch here on this here and back update about the truck. So right now, before I hooked up the trailer last night, I was about 14.5 average miles per gallon. I think it was 14.6. So since driving from the golf course to the house to here, I'm at 13.7. But I'm going to reset the trip as soon as we get on the highway and just see what we get when we pull back into Chetek and see what our average miles per gallon is. I don't expect it to be very good, so we shall see. All right, we're making the return trip back. It is now 1 o'clock, and 10.9 miles a gallon. Most of the driving now was pulling with the trailer and the snowmobile on it, of course, but a lot of the driving was highway driving. So I was going about, 75 to 80 miles an hour the whole time there and back, and 10.9. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's not uncommon to get about 8 to 9 miles per gallon, especially in the wintertime towing shit. So this was a good day for the truck. Took about $100 in fuel there. I had a half a gallon or half a tank when I started, so not overly bad. Not a terrible day. So now we're on to a new snowmobile. We'll see how much money we can put into this one. So we made it back to the shop with the new sled. I have to wash the truck up here and the snowmobile. The roads were salty, but add that to, there's Comet the dog. Add that to the 2012 Renegade there. Anyway, so the reason why I made this morning and now when I got back, had a little gas spill right there I need to clean up, was the dependability of the Ram here. So, it's just another, I probably put in $100 of fuel today, but I started with a half tank and then got home with nothing. I just put a little bit here from my gas tank here at the course in. So anyway, another, 400 or 500 miles today put on, no problem at all. Not once has these trucks, in general, the 3 Rams that I've had, ever felt like it's left me stranded at all. I've never had that feeling once. I just feel very, very, very safe with these trucks, and it's always dependable, I guess. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. It's never made me feel like I'm screwed, basically, like other vehicles that I've had. So I really like the dependability here of this Ram. I put a lot of long trips on where I'm hours and hours and hours away from home. So not once has it left me stranded. With that being said, the gas mileage we got on the way back was actually decent. I was surprised. We were in aero mode most of the time on the highway, pulling a snowmobile and the trailer, and we got about 11 miles per gallon. So I was pretty impressed with that trailer on right there. So not bad. Overall, not a bad trip. Good gas mileage. It sucks that gas is going up again here for pricing. And it's an expensive game, expensive sport. But the truck never left us stranded. And for how many countless majorly long trips I've taken with this, it's never failed. So dependability so far, 10 out of 10. And that goes for the 2 other Ram trucks I had before this truck. So if you're looking for a Ram, it's not going to let you down. So far, so good.